Hello, Jesse Good here, and today I'm taking a look at the LEGO Nintendo Entertainment System. This has a total of 2,646 pieces and retails for $230 in the United States, where it's a LEGO store and shop at home exclusive. There's 5 separate builds with this set, from the TV to the stand, the controller, the NES, and then the Super Mario Bros. Cartridge. Let's first take a look at the NES. So the main build of this set recreates the classic Nintendo Entertainment System, which was Nintendo's first console in the United States. To the right, we have the one I have when I was younger, and then to the left, we have our LEGO version. You can see the LEGO version, while a little bit smaller, did a really good job capturing this iconic design. And let me know if you want to see a full video comparing the LEGO NES to the actual one. Either way, at the front, some fantastic printed pieces to recreate this iconic design with the Nintendo logo, entertainment, and system, all 3 separate tiles, power and reset being separate tiles. These you can't press down like the actual NES, but you can open the little cover right there, which has the whole cartridge system on how you push down the cartridge and put it back in. We'll show that in a little bit once we get to the cartridge, but there's some more prints with the 1 and 2 for the controller slots there. Really like how that's built on how you could connect this and disconnect it very easily as if you're plugging in the controller. At the side, we have the audio and video ports, which came out pretty cool on how they use a stud with the hole in the middle. I thought that was a really nice part usage. At the back, we have the RF power and the channel switch. I really like how they did the channel switch too. I do wish they had the printing or like a printed tile or something, because on the actual NESs, they do have like labels of each switch. Then again, it would be kind of hard to label each one with this space that they give. And I like the indentations for areas that they can't exactly cover. Like, for example, this bottom part right here is supposed to be the expansion port. Not really an iconic part of the NES because it was never used in the United States, but they do have the indentation that would be used to remove the expansion port, so I like that. And at the top, we even have the little ventilation system, which that's actually a really cool recreation and how they position that. You can even run your finger down there just like the actual one, and it gives that nice rigid feel. Also, lots of 6x6 tiles found throughout the set. You can see it at the top of the NES right here. And really what you see is what you get, because this is a faithful recreation of the Nintendo Entertainment System, but LEGO managed to slip in one little Easter egg. So if you take off this side panel right here, there's a small recreation of the end of World 1-2 from Super Mario Bros. Isn't that so cool? You have the platforms right here. It looks like Mario is standing on there. We have the tube and then the warp zone, which wouldn't it have been cool if they put Welcome to Warp Zone as a tile right here? Maybe I'm getting too picky there. The build for the NES controller is fantastic as well, with a lot of exclusive printed pieces, whether it be the 2x2s or the 1x1s around the directional pad, 2x4 in the middle with select and start, 1x4 at the bottom under the select and start, 2x4 with the Nintendo logo, or the B and A on the 1x6 tile. All these look fantastic, and the designs of these actually have some nice part usage, whether it be this clear piece, 1x1, which I haven't seen in black before. That's really good for start and select. B and A just being 2x2 circular tiles, that works. At the back, there's not anything going on here. And I like the part usage for the cord here, where it mimics the cord of the NES controllers very well. It does pick up little dirt bits very easily though. And then at the end, there's the controller part that connects to the port, where we do have these hinged pieces just kind of resting on clipped pieces. It's kind of interesting how it all works. And if you put the LEGO version of the controller next to an actual Nintendo controller, you can see that they're pretty much the same size. The Nintendo controller is just a little bit bigger, but other than that, I really like how they not only captured that size, but had the prints and everything to capture the iconic look of an NES controller, which I really appreciate. The build for the cartridge uses a 6x6 tile with a sticker on it and a 2x6 tile with a sticker on it. Now, I would have loved to have those printed, but I guess it kind of makes sense since those were stickers on the actual cartridges back in the day. Either way, this design is a little bit, or actually a lot bit smaller than the actual Nintendo cartridges, but still they do a good job capturing that iconic shape. I do like how they also did the left side right here with all those ridges. They just use some separate tiles, and while it doesn't have the amount that the actual cartridges have, it does a pretty good job at recreating it. Now, this can be inserted into the NES. Side note, I like how they have that green plate inside to make it look like it's an actual game chip inside the cartridge. But either way, lifting up the little lid right here and putting the cartridge in, you can push it down, holding it in place, and then if you give it one push down like that, you could just reset it back and pull it out. And I'm just really astonished how LEGO was so good at recreating that iconic feature of the NES, is putting the two side by side, like father, like son. And then we have the build for the TV and the stand. And then the build for the TV is based on an old color TV. Now, Nintendo themselves never made color TVs, so this is more of a creation in LEGO's mind. But this does have the whole play feature of being able to play Super Mario Bros. The NES itself doesn't connect to this TV either, but to activate this play feature, all you have to do is spin this winch. Look at that. Holy crud. It's just crazy how this feature actually works and how it's made. And I'll show you how it's made in a little bit. But the fact that you can actually play a Mario level with a LEGO set that has no electronics whatsoever just blows my mind. But if you do want sound and you want to add electronics to this set, LEGO has you covered. At the top of the TV, if you remove this 1x4 and then this plate in the middle, there's a stickered 2x2 tile. Now, that's a sticker that's applied at the factory. It's not one that you have to apply yourself. And these are the same style of tiles that LEGO Mario can read. So if you put LEGO Mario over that tile, move him forward into that slot right there, you'll actually get sound effects as Mario traverses the level. And they'll even show up on the screen on LEGO Mario's stomach. So isn't that really cool? And that part right there, even though there is a star, you only get the star every once in a while, because you're basically rolling a random, I guess, item from that mystery box. But I like that, is that there's a little bit of variation, so that when you go around here, it's not the same every time. But just this whole system and how this actually got to work blows my mind. Oh, it's so fun to crank. Do keep in mind that the electronic LEGO Mario figure is not included, and he only comes in the Adventures with Mario starter set. And then when you remove LEGO Mario from the TV, you get the little level completion music. And of course, on that screen there, a ton of very small printed pieces exclusive to the set bring it to life. First off, we have an exclusive piece all together with this Mario figure, I guess you could say, but I don't know, I wouldn't really call it a figure. Very interesting on how they just made it this specific shape, and then you have a receiving stud right there. But it kind of makes sense because you can't make this out of brick-built form and have it in the scale still. It would just look kind of too big. We have a Goomba right here, and we also have a Koopa Troopa. Pretty interesting because the Koopa Troopa is in the shell. We don't have the head popping out or anything. And also, it's a red Koopa Troopa, which in World 1-1, there's only green Koopa Troopas. We also have a 1x1 print of the star right there, 1x1 print of the mystery block, and a pizza slice piece for the Goombas. Cranking it more. You can see they also use a pizza slice tile for the mushroom right there, which you do get extras of all of these, which is really awesome. And we even have a 1x1 tile of the coin. A 2x2 tile with the tube right there, and a 1x3 tile with the tube top. But that is it for the front screen's design, but how is this built? Removing those 6x6 tiles at the top, and you can get a peek into how that function works, where they use a bunch of these track pieces. I think there's a total of 60 of them. I could actually remove the whole thing, which I will in a second, but also when you're using LEGO Mario, put it on there and then you move it forward to this slot. So basically what's happening is these 2x2 tiles are being read by LEGO Mario, and I'm guessing when it reads this specific part, it tells LEGO Mario, okay, if there's a red one, you make this sound. If there's an orange one, you make this sound. Blue one, you make this sound. Yellow one, you make this sound. Green one, you make this sound. And that's how you get all the sounds to correspond with the actual display on the screen. All right, we'll have to pull this part out. And also this part. And remove the front of the TV. And now slide this part upward. So here's how the magic happens. You can even spin it yourself, but just look at all those track pieces and lining all that up and just making this mosaic of a screen is kind of a pain in the butt. But when it's all done, you feel so accomplished, don't you? And as for the TV without the screen, well, you can see how these mechanisms work and how Mario is actually separate from the screen in just this separate part that's attached to the side. And the build for the TV is amazing as well, with some fantastic prints too, with a 1x8 low-tech sign, 1x8 of these dials right here, which actually leaked in a Monkey Kid set a couple months ago. Funny enough, somebody tweeted me that, and I just thought it was a test piece. Then we have a 1x3 tile over here, and a 1x4 at the top, Also 2x2 circular tile on this channel dial, which is one of my favorite play features of this set. How they have this working where you can't move it in the middle like an authentic channel dial, and how it has this clicking sound just blows my mind. Basically, when you twist it, this gear rubs against this little flex part, and it makes that clicking noise. And then this part right here that's attached, this little 1x2 Technic beam, that makes it so it stops right when it hits this section right here so that you can't twist it all the way around. Just genius Lego mechanisms right there. The sides of the TV don't have anything to them besides the crank at the right. And then at the back, we have a build for the whole back side of the TV, which I really like how they completed this back side. They have this big chunky box right here, which is complete with a 6x6 stickered tile. Again, kind of annoying to be a sticker, but that is something that would be stickered on a CRT TV. We also have the audio and video ports, some more ports around here. It's cool how they use these vent pieces for the back section too. I love how they recreated that. And we even have this big old antenna, which can be moved side to side. Finally, there's a stand for the TV. This is a studs not on top build, and this design just kind of slides in place with the TV. Those 1x8 plates at the bottom slide into place with these indentations. And once in place, it's stuck in there pretty well, but you could easily remove it from the stand just by lifting it up. But that's it for the build of the set. Let's take a look at the packaging and then the final verdict. While the box is still this new 18+ style I don't love, I like how they have that starry background to almost replicate the original box of the NES. I really like the Mario artwork at the side, and the back has some different shots of the build. And there's 2 separate instructions, so if you want to build the TV first, you can even do that, or build it with a family member or a friend. The first instruction booklet has a little bit of info on the NES and on the designers. There's a second page right here as well. And I believe there's more info in this one too. Yep, you can see with some NES game info. Is this the closest we've gone to a LEGO Legend of Zelda set? So overall, this set is a dream come true. A dream I never knew I wanted, but here it is. And the design of this has so much attention to detail and care put in to represent these in the most accurate and passionate way they possibly can. The design of these and how they translate features from the real world into LEGO form blows my mind. Not only with recreations like the cartridge, insertion feature, or the TV dial, which I love that feature on the TV. The main thing, the whole play feature of the TV screen moving, this was just, I don't even know how they were even thought to make this. It's some JK Brickworks shit, okay? It's very, very attention to detail and intricate, and just how it works, I'm gushing over it. But I think I also love how it interacts with the Lego Mario figure. Like, again, they have that extra level to it, no pun intended. And for $230, I think that's a good price. I mean, it was rumored to be $200, which obviously would have been better, but still $230 is fine. I think at most $250 would be like the highest they should charge for this. So that's a good price. Yeah, with all things considered, I'd rate this set an A. I mean, only the littlest of flaws would bring it down a little bit, like the Koopa shell not being green. It's a little thing, but it's not a big deal. I love this. I love all the pieces they made for this, and I want to know, did you guys get this? Are you guys going to get this? Do you guys own an NES? Do you guys want to see that NES comparison video? Put all that in the comments below, and I'll see you guys later. Peace out.